Greetings, friends, and welcome to the Saw One Popworks 1000 Sub Spectacular. Well, it's not really spectacular, it's just, I can't believe I hit 1,000 subs, and it's thanks to every one of you and you and you and you and you there. Thank you so much for subbing and making my channel what it is. You know, without you, I'm just kind of a guy who talks to myself a lot. A small line between insanity and genius. Now, what we got coming up in the next few months, depends on how cold it stays out here. Do you know southern Alberta right now, or even Alberta, like especially at the time of recording of this, we held the top 19 of the top 20 coldest places on Earth. It is that cold, and I don't want to do anything out in my garage because it's not heated, and I want to keep my fingers. Now, this castle here is from the Friendly Giant. It's a show I grew up on Canadian TV, and he did this as an intro and an outro on his show, and I want to use it for an outro in my videos because I'm ridiculous and I think it's awesome. So I'm going to be building this as my next video in January and doing a few other miniatures. I've got a few other things planned, like I want to create my first full tutorial, standalone tutorial for my website. We'll see how that goes, and you know, I want to have some fun with doing some miniature work because it can do it all inside and I don't freeze. Now in February I want to get into some 3D modeling and 3D printing, creating some pre-made 3D kits for my website, and also doing some 3D downloadable models. So for those people who may have got a 3D printer for Christmas or just randomly purchased one, then February will be a good month because I am learning a lot. I am learning Blender to make this work, and it's quite the learning curve. Now, and in March I'm hoping to do a whole bunch of EVA foam armaments, making weapons out of EVA foam. Why? Because they're great. They're great prop pieces. You can put them in a bucket or a barrel in a room, and it just adds so much. So I'm trying to find a nice middle ground of cool looking weapons that don't take a ton of work to build. Now, we're gonna go over, it's such a cool castle. We're gonna go over now to talk about viewer showcase. I have been getting videos from my viewers of stuff they've built, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep my hands out of the center here because I'm going to bring them up after the fact. First one is the cannon made by A Price. This, it really floored me when I got this on my email. I thought it was so cool. You can see that he has used a different base than what I did on my cannon. I'm kind of jealous of that base. It looks absolutely spectacular. But it was really a shocker to see, you know, my tutorial being used and how he followed it almost identical, and it looks so good. Like, total thumbs up, Mr. Price. It looks fantastic, and thank you very much for sharing. And you also see here, right here, you can see he did the cannonballs, same as before. I swear down, I'm going to cause a run on Christmas ornaments. Speaking of which, I should buy some more of those when they go on sale. Now, the next one we have here is Martin with his Ghostbusters sign. He'd actually built a second one of these that he had not quite sent me yet, but this is the original video that's up here. Did a fantastic job, and it looks so good on the wall. I know what this thing looks like on my kitchen wall, and it's been up ever since I built it. To see another copy of it built, especially with that skeleton sitting on the couch, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing with me, and it turned out so good. Yeah, very cool. I could just ramble on all the time. And now the final one is the 13 Doctor Who from the Halloween forums sent me this. He built one of my my portholes. But the first one he built it out of MDF and took the same plan that I'd built and yeah, made it out of MDF. I had thought about doing this, but he beat me to it, and it looks so good. I'm really happy that the hinges there worked out so well and everything fit together. And then he had to go and one-up me by painting that interior all by himself. You know, it's like, it floors me on the amount of talent that there is floating out there who are just looking for an excuse to go. That looks fantastic. And then he sent me another one, which is the foam porthole, which I actually did do on my tutorial, and he attempted to use a styrofoam, and he really liked that, and painted another full picture. Thanks so much for sharing 13 Doctor Who. That looks fantastic, and I had not thought about putting a painting on the inside. I was just being mean. Well, let's be honest. When I did that it wasn't really collaboration, but when I worked with the Weird Kids show and I saw him doing that tentacle, who thought that that's what this porthole prop was going to be used for? Now, as we come into the new year, that's all I have right now for, not customer showcase, fan showcase, regardless. Now, if you have any ideas that you want me to build, comment down below. I am always looking for ideas. I've got a big list myself, but if there's something specific, sometimes you will spark that idea in me that goes, I have to build that, and I have to build it now. And send it to me. I would really enjoy doing it regardless. Once again, thanks so much everybody who watches these videos and listens to my hands talk in a weird way and been along this fantastic prop making journey, and we're looking forward to a fantastic 2022. I've got lots of ideas already and getting ready to do the rest. Regardless, thank you very much for tuning in, and here's to the next 1,000 subs. Have a good one all.